All right, what are we looking at?
This is me making a tool to bore out a inside snap ring. An internal snap ring.
An internal snap ring.
Yeah.
An internal snap ring groove?
Yeah. I used a little broken drill bit and I ground the cutter out of it and then hardened it. Because it was such a small drill bit, it was easy to harden with just a propane torch.
Uh-huh.
And then I adjusted it so it was sticking out the right amount for the hole I was doing, and then I used it and it worked perfectly. Guess I could have moved the camera over. I ended up making the bit double-sided because there's two sizes of internal snap rings on that machine. So I could cut two different grooves by just flipping the bit around.
Easy money.
Of course, the camera won't focus on it at all.
Nope, there's no focus. No focus for us. So you're filing this down to get it to the right shape.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just high-speed steel, or?
Yeah, it's just an old drill bit.
How did you anneal it?
Well, the heat from the grinder did that for me.
Ah, I see. Because usually a file won't work on a drill bit.
Yeah, it didn't after I hardened it. But before I did, it was fine.
That's a piece of the maca right there. Oh, that's what you're testing it against.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that. Okay, all right. Now I see it.
I was doing the magnet test on it. Once it gets to not be magnetic, you're good.
Now you're gonna go back and do the other side, or?
I think I sanded the scale
Oxide?
off of it.
So it's a bit like a fly cutter.
Nice of her to slow down that footage so you could see it.
Easy money.
It did look like I finally got it to focus.
Yeah, yeah.
Must not
I
have
saw it.
grinded it
It wasn't there very long, but I saw it.
Oh, I'm tempering it. I was going for a straw color. I need to talk to the editor.
So we got a hole all the way through.
Yeah, this is a round bar that I put 4 sides on.
Uh-huh.
And then I put 2 holes through it. One I'm tapping right now for a set screw to hold the bit in place, and the other to fit the bit.
Huh.
And it was nice because it was a drill bit, so I just grabbed another drill bit of the same size and drilled a hole for it.
That makes sense. Where'd you get the set screw?
I think I got it from that Amazon assortment that we bought a while back.
Oh, so it's an actual set screw?
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, if it was a bolt with a head on it, it wouldn't have really fit in the bore.
Right, that's what I thought. Yeah, okay. That works. Why did the tip look red?
I'm not sure. I couldn't see it very well.
I think you need to get with your get with your sister a little bit
Mm.
and maybe pre-screen some of these.
This isn't even related. This is me drilling holes for the other part.
Oh, for this, you're making that yellow part that's on the table, right?
Yeah.
That's the base for the Maka, the door machine, the big one. Oh. And,
Just a quick change base.
yeah,
2 bolts and you take the whole head off.
right. The head bolts into that with 4 bolts.
I remember these measurements were really hard to get and really hard to measure. So I had to write them all down on my phone, and then I still messed it up. And so there was 2 extra holes in it,
Easy money.
like 6 millimeters off or something. So they were just kind of bridged a little bit.
All right. Do you know what we're gonna do next?
For what?
You finished the. Yeah, I see you drilling the whole offset.
Mm.
Do you know what project we're gonna do next? You'd finish the cutting boards, right?
Yeah, I think I'm going to be doing the coffee table next,
Oh, okay, good.
once I finish the website.
We need to do a couple of other things too before we can go to Massachusetts.
Any idea how big that shaper is going to be?
No idea. 5 horsepower.
See, it did it.
There you go. Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me.
Usually if you just stick it back on, it's just as good as hammering it on. I don't know why.
Well, like I said, maybe we want to do some kind of a press thing. Do you tighten the bit on using the
The wrench?
on the left of the table there? There's that hole.
Yeah.
That's a fixture for messing with
Yeah, for messing with the collets.
the collets. Yeah. Do you tighten it down there?
No, I usually just pull the brake and put the wrench on the chuck. But lately I haven't even been using the wrench on the chuck because it's a keyless chuck.
All right.
And it doesn't, it's, the mounting for the chuck slips before the bit does.
Hold on. There's a brake.
There's a brake on the top of the mill, yeah. It's out of frame right now.
What's it look like?
It's that handle that flops around in the middle of nowhere.
Really?
Yeah, if you pull it so that it's sticking out straight from the machine, it actuates the brake.
That's right. I knew there was a brake there. I still don't know what the. Oh yeah, the lever. Okay, I remember now. I have never pulled the brake. I don't think about it. I'll have to check that out because that's like a safety feature. Does it stop the machine?
No. It just stops the head turning.
Gotta love a Forstner bit.
Nowadays, I never put my
That's an
hand
annular,
on-
right?
Yeah, that's an annular. I never put my hand underneath anything that's being drilled because I know that the chuck can fall off and get me.
That's a good point.
The annular cutter was not tall enough and I had to flip it over and come back through, I think.
I had to flip over today. What do you do to make it so that you for sure have the same setup?
Take a measurement off of it using the center finder, and just use the DRO to get back in the same spot. So mark which two corners you reference off of, and then check those and get the right measurement.
That's way too much work.
That's why we get longer drill bits usually.
I held a tape measure on the jaw that moves up against the block. Flip the block over, and then put it up to the tape measure gently.
Oh, well, if you've got like a shoulder on whatever you're doing, and you know you're going to have to flip it, you can take one of the magnetic shims and put it up against the side of the vise,
Oh,
and then line the shoulder up against it.
that's a good idea.
Yeah, that works really well. But you don't always have a shoulder like that.
All right, you never blow shavings. Very dangerous. It's bad for you.
Nowadays, I set up the air compressor. I think we kept the air compressor in the shed at the time, and it was a long walk.
Yeah. Not the most convenient setup.
It was a pain in the neck to get the bolts that stick up out of the mortiser. I still couldn't get quite the right thing, but it worked well enough. They're a special bolt with like a knurl on it. So you drill a slightly undersized hole, then you hammer it up through, and the knurls engage with the metal.
It's a press fit threaded rod.
Right.
I'm sure somebody sells them.
Somebody does. I don't remember who I bought them from, and I forget what they're called. We have a bunch of them.
We have a bunch of them now?
Yeah, they only came in like 20 packs or something, and I needed 2.
So we have 18 of them?
Yeah.
I guess we're set for a while.
I guess I just used a drill bit to reference off that hole there. That's convenient, I guess. I remember milling out the U in there.
So there's the part that you're copying right there.
Yeah. Milling out the U for that, I had to use our longest end mill. And it's dull. It burned like crazy.
On the wood even?
Yeah. So we need to get a new long end mill. That's it.
All right.